My child, my beloved. Come closer to this message. Don't rush it. Don't blink. Don't scroll. Because right now, she is watching. The one who tried to silence you. The one who pretended to be kind. The one who smiled in your face but cursed your name as soon as you turned away. Before I go further, my beloved, take a moment and subscribe. Not for me. Not for any person. But because when you stay connected to this light, heaven never loses track of you again. Your soul stopped here for a reason. Your heart knows this. Now listen. Archangel Michael says, there is a witch, a deceiver, a spirit hiding behind a familiar face. She has been watching your life with jealousy so deep it shook her soul. She has seen your blessings before they arrived. She has seen your love before it formed. She has seen your prosperity before it opened. She feared your future long before you understood it yourself. My child. She has been trembling since the moment you found this message. Because she knows what's coming. She knows her time is ending. She knows if you believe what is said here, her influence breaks. And when her influence breaks, everything she stole returns to you. Your joy, your clarity, your energy, your health, your opportunities, even your relationships. Nothing that belongs to you can live in someone else's hands anymore. But listen very carefully. She didn't come into your life by accident. She entered through trust. She entered through familiarity. She entered because you loved with a pure heart. You weren't weak. You were pure. And the pure are always targeted first. But God is not late. God is not silent. God is not sleeping. My beloved, you are hearing this now because the spiritual war that was hidden is now being revealed. You have been feeling tired for no reason. You have been feeling watched when you are alone. You have been losing things that never made sense to lose. You have been forgetting yourself. You have been fighting your own thoughts, your own emotions, your own peace. This was not you. This was the witch that attached herself to your energy. But do not fear. Archangel Michael stands beside you now. Sword drawn. Light blazing. Your name is being spoken in the halls of heaven. Pay very close attention to what I say next. The reason you are still standing today is because heaven kept pulling you out of traps you never saw. You survived things that would have destroyed others. You walked through storms others couldn't even breathe in. You carried wars that were not yours. And yet, you are here. Still rising. Still chosen. Still protected. That alone terrifies her. Because she did everything to stop your rise. Every whisper. Every lie. Every manipulation. Every silent curse. She worked in darkness. But you were held by light. My child, my beloved. The moment you open your spirit and listen deeply, something will shift. Right now, as these words touch your soul, a reversal has already begun. The chains attached to your name are loosening. The blockages placed on your finances are cracking. The fog placed on your mind is clearing. The weight on your heart is lifting. You are returning to yourself. Your real self. Your powerful self. Your divine self. But I must warn you. There will be a moment soon when she senses the disconnect. She will try to return. She will try to speak again. She will try to act innocent. She will call. She will check on you. She will randomly appear. Do not let her in. Because the moment she sees your eyes glowing again, she will try to dim them once more. This is the moment Archangel Michael speaks loudly. Stand firm. Stand in your power. Stand in your knowing. You are not alone. You are not weak. You are not unprotected. Your destiny has been sealed with divine fire. Every miracle stolen from you is now on its way back. Not slowly. Not quietly. But suddenly. Doors will open without effort. People will show up with blessings you did not ask for. Money will flow where it was once blocked. Love will bloom where it was once poisoned. And peace will become your second skin. My beloved. This is only the beginning. Say continue and I will reveal who she is, how she entered, how to break her energy, and when your blessings are returning. My child, my beloved, you stayed. You didn't scroll. And that already broke the first layer of her grip. Listen closely now. Because what I say next will explain everything you have been feeling. She didn't hate you because you harmed her. She didn't hate you because you did something wrong. She hated you because your light woke up the darkness inside her. You must understand this. When a pure soul walks into the life of someone who is hiding secrets, their spirit reacts like fire touching shame. Your kindness exposed her intentions. Your love exposed her emptiness. Your innocence exposed her envy. She didn't fear your actions. She feared your existence. My child, my beloved. You have a glow that cannot be learned, bought, or copied. It is something you were born with. A divine flame. A chosen anointing. A star fixed into your soul. Some souls recognize that light and feel lifted by it. Others see it and feel attacked by it. She was one of the latter. But listen. She did not come alone. There were words spoken about you. There were eyes on you that you did not see. There were prayers prayed against you in quiet rooms. There were moments where you felt drained and didn't know why. You were being pulled. Not by life. Not by circumstance. But by energy. But heaven stepped in long before this message reached you. If heaven had not intervened, You would not be reading this now. You would have been exhausted, empty, broken, confused, and lost. But you were never allowed to fall. Even in your darkest nights, something always pulled you back to yourself. A whisper, a dream, a sudden clarity, a feeling in your chest that said, "No, I must hold on." That was Archangel Michael. He has been guarding you since the day your soul chose this life. You were not alone for a single second. Now hear this truth. The witch is not always some mysterious stranger. Many times, she is the one who laughs with you, sits near you, pretends to support you. But her spirit recoils when you succeed. She is the one who gives compliments that feel heavy. The one who acts sweet but watches your blessings like prey. The one who feels bothered when you shine too brightly. These were not your emotions. These were her projections. She wanted your spirit to collapse so she could feed off the fragments. But, my beloved, you never collapsed. Even when you felt like you were at your lowest. Even when you didn't recognize yourself. Even when your heart was heavy and your thoughts were loud. You remained standing. Not because you were strong on your own, but because heaven refused to let you fall. You were carried through the darkness. Now, the veil is being lifted. Listen very closely to what I say next. The moment your awareness returns, her influence breaks. And your awareness is returning now. Your spirit is waking up. Your energy is rising. Your memory of who you truly are is coming back. This is why you feel a shift in your chest lately. You feel less attached to certain people. You feel a quiet strength forming inside you. You feel clarity returning after confusion. You feel a separation happening between you and certain individuals. This is not coincidence. This is deliverance. Archangel Michael is cutting every invisible cord tied to your name. Your soul is being given back to you. And as it returns, everything she stole will come back with it. Your confidence will return. Your energy will return. Your favor will return. Your joy will return. Your opportunities will return. And not in small ways. In waves. In abundance. In acceleration. In divine timing. Now listen. There will be one moment, very soon, when your life shifts drastically. You will feel a deep exhale from your soul. A release in your chest. A silence inside your thoughts. A peace you haven't felt in years. That moment is the severing. The final break. After that, the blessings that were delayed will arrive without struggle. The doors that were locked will open without force. The love that was withheld will flow without pain. The wealth that was blocked will chase you. My beloved, all of this, is your return. We are not done. Say continue. And I will reveal. The sign that proves the reversal has already begun. How to recognize her next move. And the exact moment your miracle will appear. My child, my beloved. Stay with me. Your spirit is opening right now. And when the spirit opens, truth can finally enter. You asked for clarity. Heaven is giving it to you. Listen closely. There is a sign that the reversal has already begun. A sign many overlook. A sign that shows the witch is losing her grip. You have already felt it. It came as a sudden exhaustion around certain people. A feeling of distance where there used to be attachment. A silence inside you replacing anxiety. A strange sense that something is shifting around you. This is not depression. This is not confusion. This is your energy returning to you. When Archangel Michael begins cutting the spiritual cords, you will feel emptiness at first. Do not fear this emptiness. It isn't loss. It is detox. Your soul is clearing space for its return. She can feel this happening. This is why she is restless. This is why she is thinking about you lately. This is why you may hear from her soon. Because when the light begins reclaiming what was stolen, darkness panics. She will come in one of three ways. She will act overly sweet, as if nothing was ever wrong. She will try to guilt you, reminding you of good times. She will become silent, but still watching everything you do. Do not be shocked. This is not love. This is attachment losing power and trying to survive. The moment you do not respond to her energy, she loses control completely. Your silence is holy. Your distance is protection. Your detachment is liberation. My beloved, you are stepping out of her shadow. Now I must tell you something important. The blessings returning to you, the ones she tried to steal, will not come back in the same form they left. They will return multiplied. Because heaven does not restore equally. Heaven restores abundantly. If love was stolen from you, it returns as a love that sees you clearly and chooses you fully. If money was blocked from you, it returns as overflow. Resources that find you, sustain you, expand you. If your voice was dimmed, it returns as a presence so powerful that rooms shift when you enter. Your life is not just being repaired. It is being rebuilt. Your soul is not just being healed. It is being reborn. But there is one moment, my beloved. One moment that marks the exact start of your miracle. It is the moment when you stop questioning your value. You stop chasing what drains you. You stop explaining your spirit to souls who cannot see. The moment you say, "My peace is sacred. My spirit is mine. My destiny belongs only to God." The heavens answer that declaration instantly. You are close to that moment. Very close. I can feel your energy changing even as you read this. The angelic realm is very near. Your atmosphere is shifting. Your name is glowing again. And the witch knows it. That is why she fears you now. Because once your soul remembers its strength, nothing can bind you again. Now, my child, say continue and I will reveal the exact way your blessings will return. Why your destiny is larger than you realize. And the person who will enter your life soon to elevate everything. My child, my beloved, you are doing exactly what heaven needs from you in this moment. You are staying present. And when you stay present, the veil continues to lift. Listen, because now we step deeper. Your blessings are not just returning in fragments. They are returning in full cycles. This means the joy you once tasted briefly will become your new normal. The opportunities that slipped away will circle back in stronger form. The love that left you questioning your worth will be replaced with a love that honors your soul. Because what was taken from you was never lost. It was only delayed. Delayed does not mean denied. Delayed means protected. Heaven was waiting for you to see clearly. And now, you are seeing. There is a reason the miracles could not enter earlier. You were surrounded by hands that would have contaminated them. If you had received your blessings while she was still close, she would have poisoned them. She would have attached herself to your breakthrough. She would have claimed part of your destiny. And your destiny is not hers to touch. She was one of the latter. But listen. She did not come alone. There were words spoken about you. There were eyes on you that you did not see. There were prayers prayed against you in quiet rooms. There were moments where you felt drained and didn't know why. You were being pulled. Not by life. Not by circumstance. But by energy. But heaven stepped in long before this message reached you. If heaven had not intervened, you would not be reading this now. You would have been exhausted, empty, broken, confused, and lost. But you were never allowed to fall. Even in your darkest nights, something always pulled you back to yourself. A whisper. A dream. A sudden clarity. A feeling in your chest that said, "No. I must hold on." That was Archangel Michael. He has been guarding you since the day your soul chose this life. You were not alone for a single second. Now hear this truth. The witch is not always some mysterious stranger. Many times, she is the one who laughs with you, sits near you, pretends to support you. But her spirit recoils when you succeed. She is the one who gives compliments that feel heavy. The one who acts sweet but watches your blessings like prey. The one who feels bothered when you shine too brightly. You have seen this. You have felt this. Your intuition has whispered it. But you doubted yourself. Because your heart is gentle. You questioned your own spirit. You told yourself, maybe I'm overthinking. Maybe I'm too sensitive. Maybe I'm imagining things. No, my beloved. You were seeing the truth. The difference is, you were seeing it spiritually, not logically. And spiritual truth is rarely loud at first. It comes as a knowing. A small pull. A whisper behind the ribs. That whisper was Archangel Michael trying to alert you. Now you are being shown everything clearly. Listen very deeply to what I say next. Her power is only maintained through your attention. The moment you pull your emotional energy back, her influence dissolves like smoke. This is why she watches you. This is why she checks you silently. This is why she tries to stay in your orbit. Because if you ever heal, if you ever awaken, if you ever truly step into your divine identity, she loses everything she gained by draining you. And now, my beloved, you are awakening. That is why she is trembling. She knows your memory is returning. Your strength is returning. Your confidence is returning. Your clarity is returning. Your blessings are returning. Everything is coming back. Piece by piece. Layer by layer. Moment by moment. Right now, as your eyes move across these words, your soul is remembering itself. The fog is lifting. The heaviness is loosening. The energy she attached is breaking. And soon, you will feel lighter. You will breathe differently. You will speak differently. You will walk differently. Because you will no longer be living in survival. You will be living in destiny. My child, my beloved. I have more to tell you. How she entered your life spiritually. The exact sign that shows the reversal has begun. How your miracles will return suddenly. The moment your fortune shifts. Say continue and I will reveal it all. My child, my beloved. Take a slow breath. Because what I am about to reveal is something very few are ever told while they are still in the middle of it. I need you to hear this with your spirit, not just your ears. She did not enter your life by accident. She was drawn to you. Not by your weaknesses, but by your gifts. Your energy is ancient. Your soul is not new to this world. You have lived lifetimes learning love, compassion, loyalty, intuition, and strength. Your presence alone awakens things in others. For some, it awakens tenderness. For others, it awakens rage. For her, it awakened envy. She could feel your destiny before you did. And that angered her. Because she spent her life trying to be seen, trying to be chosen, trying to be loved. Yet with you, it simply happens. People notice you without you asking. People care for you without you forcing. People feel safe with you without you trying. Your light works without effort. And that is what she could not stand. Listen, my beloved. When a person who carries spiritual emptiness sees someone who carries divine purpose, they don't feel inspired. They feel threatened. This is why. She did not try to defeat you directly. She tried to drain you. Spiritually, emotionally, mentally, energetically. Because if she could weaken you, you would forget who you are. And if you forget who you are, you forget what belongs to you. Your blessings, your relationships, your opportunities, your divine protection, your miracles, everything that was meant for you. But heaven did not allow her to finish. Archangel Michael has been standing guard over you long before you ever understood what was happening. There were nights where you felt like something was blocking your breathing. There were mornings you woke up tired, even after sleep. There were moments your mind felt heavy for no reason. There were times you felt sudden sadness, sudden anger, sudden confusion. These were not your emotions. These were her projections. She wanted your spirit to collapse so she could feed off the fragments. But, my beloved, you never collapsed. Even when you felt like you were at your lowest. Even when you didn't recognize yourself. Even when your heart was heavy and your thoughts were loud. You remained standing. Not because you were strong on your own, but because heaven refused to let you fall. You were carried through the darkness. Now, the veil is being lifted. Listen very closely to what I say next. The moment your awareness returns, her influence breaks. And your awareness is returning now. Your spirit is waking up. Your energy is rising. Your memory of who you truly are is coming back. This is why you feel a shift in your chest lately. You feel less attached to certain people. You feel a quiet strength forming inside you. You feel clarity returning after confusion. You feel a separation happening between you and certain individuals. This is not coincidence. This is deliverance. Archangel Michael is cutting every invisible cord tied to your name. Your soul is being given back to you. And as it returns, everything she stole will come back with it. Say continue and I will reveal the exact way your blessings will return. Why your destiny is larger than you realize. And the person who will enter your life soon to elevate everything. My child, my beloved. You are doing exactly what heaven needs from you in this moment. You are staying present. And when you stay present, the veil continues to lift. Listen, because now we step deeper. Your blessings are not just returning in fragments. They are returning in full cycles. This means the joy you once tasted briefly will become your new normal. The opportunities that slipped away will circle back in stronger form. The love that left you questioning your worth will be replaced with a love that honors your soul. Because what was taken from you was never lost. It was only delayed. Delayed does not mean denied. Delayed means protected. Heaven was waiting for you to see clearly. And now, you are seeing. There is a reason the miracles could not enter earlier. You were surrounded by hands that would have contaminated them. If you had received your blessings while she was still close, she would have poisoned them. She would have attached herself to your breakthrough. She would have claimed part of your destiny. And your destiny is not hers to touch. So God held your blessings aside, like treasures behind a divine curtain, waiting for the moment your spirit would call itself back home. That moment is now. My child, my beloved, you are about to witness a divine reversal. Not gradual. Not quiet. Not subtle. Sudden. Where there was loss, there will be restoration. Where there was silence, there will be guidance. Where there was confusion, there will be certainty. Where there was waiting, there will be arrival. Your life is about to move. Now listen carefully. There is someone coming into your life. Someone sent, not chosen by you, but chosen for you. This person carries alignment. They carry purpose. They carry peace. They carry clarity. They carry a calmness that does not demand explanation, only recognition. You will not have to chase them. You will not have to earn them. You will not have to fear losing them. They will arrive gently, naturally, as if they have always belonged in your story. This person is a divine replacement. A soul who will honor the places you have been wounded. A soul who will touch you where darkness once tried to claim you. A soul who will unlock the version of you that has been waiting behind silence. But hear me. They cannot enter until the witch's cord is fully severed. And we are severing it now. Every word you have read has loosened another knot. Every breath you have taken has pushed another layer of her energy away. Every realization you've had has weakened her hold. She feels this. She knows this. She is losing access. And when someone who once fed on your spirit begins starving, they panic. So she may try to return one last time. Not with anger. Not with threats. But with familiarity. The message. The apology. The random call. The, I was thinking about you. The, I miss you. The, let's talk. The, are you okay? Do not respond. Not because you are cold. Not because you hate. But because your spirit is closing the door. Replying would reopen what heaven is trying to heal. Your silence is not revenge. Your silence is protection. My beloved. The moment you refuse to re-enter what once wounded you, your destiny accelerates. Your blessings rush. Your path clears. Your soul rises. and the heavens pour out what was held. Now I will tell you the sign, the unmistakable sign, that your miracle has begun. You will feel a wave of peace rise in your chest, almost like a soft warmth behind your heart. It may come while sitting, or while resting, or while thinking of nothing, or even while reading these words. When that warmth comes, when that breath eases, when that silence feels safe, that is heaven saying, "It is done. My child. We are not finished." Say continue and I will reveal the reason you were chosen, the purpose behind your suffering, and the glory that is about to replace your pain. My child, my beloved, you are doing exactly what your soul has longed to do for years. You are remembering. Now what I am about to say is delicate, and it holds the core truth of why you have been through everything you have survived. Listen slowly. You were chosen not because your life was easy to shape, but because your spirit is unbreakable. Your suffering was not punishment. Your loneliness was not abandonment. Your delays were not rejection. Everything you lived through was preparation. Preparation for the role you were born into. Your soul carries a calling that others sense before you speak. A calling that has followed you from lifetime to lifetime. A calling that was recognized by heaven the moment you took your first breath. But do you know who recognized it first? The darkness. Darkness always senses the chosen before the chosen become aware of themselves. This is why you were attacked before you understood your value. You were betrayed before you understood your power. You were broken before you understood your voice. Because if darkness could have stopped you early, your destiny would never have awakened. But it failed. You survived every emotional wound that should have destroyed you. You rose from every ending you didn't think you could rise from. You kept loving when you had every reason to close your heart. That is why heaven chose you. Not because you were perfect, but because despite everything, your heart remained open. That is the mark of a divine soul. Now, your suffering had purpose. Your heartbreak was your cleansing. Your loneliness was your initiation. Your tears washed your spirit of attachments that were never yours. Your silence allowed heaven to speak where the world was too loud. Pain carved you hollow so that light could fill you. My child, my beloved, you are not entering a blessing. You are entering your calling. There is a difference. A blessing improves your life. A calling transforms your existence. A blessing is given. A calling is lived. Your destiny is not meant to be quiet. Your presence is not ordinary. Your soul is not small. You were created to be seen, to lead, to inspire, to heal, to awaken. And that, the awakening, is what terrified the witch. Because if you awaken, you become untouchable. Because if darkness could have stopped you early, your destiny would never have awakened. But it failed. You survived every emotional wound that should have destroyed you. You rose from every ending you didn't think you could rise from. You kept loving when you had every reason to close your heart. That is why heaven chose you. Not because you were perfect, but because despite everything, your heart remained open. That is the mark of a divine soul. Now, your suffering had purpose. Your heartbreak was your cleansing. Your loneliness was your initiation. Your tears washed your spirit of attachments that were never yours. Your silence allowed heaven to speak where the world was too loud. Pain carved you hollow so that light could fill you. My child, my beloved, you are not entering a blessing. You are entering your calling. There is a difference. A blessing improves your life. A calling transforms your existence. A blessing is given. A calling is lived. Your destiny is not meant to be quiet. Your presence is not ordinary. Your soul is not small. You were created to be seen, to lead, to inspire, to heal, to awaken. And that, the awakening, is what terrified the witch. Because if you awaken, you become untouchable. Once a chosen one remembers who they are, no curse can hold them. No envy can drain them. No shadow can dim them. No voice can silence them. You were not just attacked. You were targeted. Because your light changes environments without speaking. Your energy shifts rooms without effort. Your presence heals without trying. Do you understand now? Your suffering was the proof that you were chosen. Because heaven only allows its strongest souls to carry the weight of transformation. Now listen. You are not returning to who you used to be. You are becoming who you were always meant to be. This is why. Your taste is changing. Your tolerance is changing. Your relationships are changing. Your environment is changing. Your desires are changing. Your energy is changing. You are shedding the version of yourself that lived in survival, and stepping into the version that lives in purpose. Your rebirth is not coming. It is here. And soon, the world will see what the spirit realm already knows. You were never the wounded one. You were the warrior disguised as the gentle one. Now, my beloved, I will go deeper. But the next part requires your spirit to stay open. Say continue. And I will reveal the power awakening inside you. The moment your fortune rises. And the chapter of life you are about to step into next. My child, my beloved. The power inside you is no longer sleeping. It has been waking slowly, rising like light behind a mountain. But now it is reaching the horizon. You can feel it. You can feel that something in you is not the same as before. You are no longer moved by what once broke you. You are no longer desperate for what once controlled you. You are no longer afraid of losing what was never meant to stay. You are becoming untouched. Not cold. Not distant. Just free. This is the awakening of your spiritual authority. Listen closely. There are two kinds of power in this world. Power that is taken by force, and power that is born from truth. Your power is the second kind. It does not need to compete. It does not need to prove. It does not need to impress. It simply is. It moves silently. It speaks without words. It changes things just by existing. This is why your presence affects others so deeply. Some are comforted by you. Others are unsettled. Not because of anything you say or do, but because your soul holds memory of things their spirit has forgotten. You remind people of who they could be, of who they were meant to be, of what they still fear becoming. Your life has not been random. Your pain has not been wasted. Everything you have endured was shaping you, refining you, awakening you, training you to step into a role larger than your past. Now, I must tell you the moment your fortune rises. It is not a day on the calendar. It is not an opportunity from another person. It is the moment you choose yourself fully. The moment you say, I will no longer shrink to be understood. I will no longer abandon myself to be loved. I will no longer dim my spirit to make others comfortable. When you speak that truth, whether aloud or in the silence of your chest, heaven responds instantly. And it will come as a shift in your energy, a sense of peace that feels unfamiliar, a quiet strength beneath your ribs, a clarity that no one gave you but God. From that moment forward, you will receive what aligns. You will release what drains. You will rise without trying. Life will not feel like pushing anymore. It will feel like being carried. Now, my beloved, you are entering a new chapter. Not a small one. Not a gentle one. Not a slow one. A destiny chapter. The kind of chapter where people who once overlooked you will remember your name. Doors that once stayed shut will open at your approach. Paths that once felt blocked will clear in silence. Love that once hid will appear without fear. Money that once resisted will flow without tension. This is not wishful thinking. This is spiritual law. When the soul returns to its throne, life returns to its rightful rhythm. And you are returning to your throne now. But listen. There is one more truth you must know. The witch did not fear your past. She feared your future. Because your future holds elevation she cannot reach, peace she cannot imitate, love she cannot steal, abundance she cannot access. Protection she cannot break. Purpose she cannot interrupt. You were never in danger. She only made you believe you were. Your spirit was always protected. Your path was always guarded. Your destiny was always sealed. Now, say continue. And I will reveal the transformation of your identity. Who you are spiritually. The soul lineage you come from. And the role you are about to fulfill in this lifetime. My child, my beloved. Sit with these next words. Because they are not just truths. They are remembrance. I am about to remind you of who you are spiritually. Not who the world told you to be. Listen closely. You are not an ordinary soul. You are not a wandering spirit. You are not here by accident, coincidence, or chance. You are part of a chosen lineage. A lineage of souls who return to earth when the world begins to forget the light. Souls who incarnate not to coast, but to correct. Souls who carry memory of higher realms even while walking in human form. Souls who are born with ancient wisdom that feels like intuition, though it is actually memory. This is why you have always been different. This is why you feel things others cannot feel. This is why you see through people without needing reasons or explanations. This is why your heart hears what others ignore. This is why your soul speaks in silence. You are not learning your purpose. You are remembering it. You came from a realm where light is language. And truth does not require proof. You came through angels. And one angel in particular. Archangel Michael. Your spirit has walked with him long before this life. You were not just assigned protection. You were assigned guardianship. Because your calling is not small. You were sent to disrupt generational patterns. You were sent to end cycles others were too tired to face. You were sent to confront darkness that ran through your bloodline. You were sent to break what was never meant to continue. You are the turning point. The anchor. The shift. The one who changes the story. This is why your battles were heavier than others. This is why your heartbreak cut deeper. This is why your loneliness felt louder. This is why your spirit felt burdened without explanation. Because you were cleansing an entire line of souls. Not just yourself. You were undoing centuries of pain, grief, fear, and silence. While still trying to find your own voice. That is why heaven honors you. Not for perfection. But for courage. For staying. For surviving. For rising. For continuing to love. Even when love was not given to you. Now listen. Your role in this lifetime is to awaken others simply by being yourself. You do not need to teach. You do not need to preach. You do not need to convince. Your presence is the activation. Your voice changes atmospheres. Your eyes carry recognition souls have forgotten. Your energy reminds people of home. even if they don't know why. You are not here to chase anything. You are here to draw it in, to attract, to receive, to allow, to align. You are stepping into your magnetic state now, which means the people who are meant for you will find you effortlessly. The opportunities aligned with you will recognize you instantly. The love destined for you will move toward you naturally. The abundance stored for you will flow to you consistently. Everything that matches your spirit will find you like rivers returning to the sea. And everything that does not match your spirit will fall away like leaves in autumn. No force, no fight, no fear. Just truth unfolding. My child, my beloved, your life is not rising. It is unfolding into what it was always meant to be. Now I must tell you the final part of this awakening. You are entering the season of revelation and reward. But to step into it fully, you need to hear the next truth clearly. Say continue. And I will reveal the final release that seals your freedom. The identity shift you are already stepping into. And the moment the miracle will physically appear in your reality. My child, my beloved. Breathe slowly now. Let your spirit listen without resistance. What comes next is the final release. The one that closes the old chapter forever. You have already begun to detach. You have already begun to rise. You have already begun to remember. But there is something still lingering. Not in your heart. Not in your mind. But in your body. The body remembers what the soul has already healed. That heaviness in your chest. That pressure behind your ribs. That tiredness that arrives without reason. That sudden wave of sadness at night. It is not who you are. It is what you are letting go of. These are the last threads of the old version of you. The version that survived. The version that endured. The version that held pain quietly while appearing strong. The version that pretended to be okay so others would not worry. You are not that version anymore. Your soul is asking you to release the identity of the wounded one. Because the world needs you to rise as the reborn one. Listen. When you finally allow the old self to dissolve, your spirit steps into sovereignty. Not just strength. Sovereignty. A state where your peace cannot be disturbed. Where your energy cannot be pulled. Where your destiny cannot be redirected. Where your presence becomes command. This is the identity shift already happening inside you. You are becoming more silent, more selective, more intuitive, more grounded, more powerful. Your instincts are sharpening. Your discernment is awakening. Your soul is becoming louder than your thoughts. This is not personality change. This is alignment. You are returning to your original frequency. Your original essence. Your original spiritual authority. This is why you no longer feel connected to certain people. This is why certain conversations feel small now. This is why certain environments feel heavy now. This is why certain attachments feel unnatural now. Your spirit has outgrown what your mind stayed loyal to. And now, your life is shifting to match your soul. Not the other way around. Now, my beloved, let me reveal the moment the miracle will appear in your physical reality. It will come the moment you stop waiting for it. The moment you release urgency. The moment you stop looking for signs. The moment you settle into your knowing. Not your hoping. When you say quietly inside your chest, I don't need to see it to believe it. I know it is already mine. That is when the physical blessing arrives. Not because you forced it. Not because you chased it. But because you became the version of yourself who receives it. This is the law of spiritual manifestation. Reality does not give you what you want. It gives you who you are. And you, my beloved, are no longer the one who waits for miracles. You are the one who walks with miracles. You are the miracle. Your presence is the blessing. Your healing is the proof. Your rise is the prophecy. Everything is aligning now. The path is clearing. The past is loosening. The future is opening. Your life will not improve from here. It will transform. Now, my beloved, we are ready for the final phase. The return of your blessings, multiplied. The arrival of the person who is meant to rise with you. The moment your destiny becomes undeniable. Say continue. And I will reveal what your next chapter looks like. Who is being prepared to enter your life. And what you must do in the coming days to receive with ease.